Tobey Maguire and Andrew Garfield are not in Spider-Man No Way Home. They're not in the movie, people. They said it themselves. The question was asked, and they answered the question. Okay? So, let's leave it at that. Of course, we're not going to leave it at that. All right. So, after watching the No Way Home trailer, I do believe that they're not in it. Because here's the thing. You got a lot of people, they're saying that, well, based on what I saw in the trailer, because Dr. Ock is in the trailer, who's from Tobey Maguire's universe. You have, who's it? Lizard, who's from Andrew Garfield's Spider-Man. Green Goblin, who's from Tobey Maguire's Spider-Man. Jamie Foxx, who's from Andrew Garfield's Spider-Man, are in the movie. That all but confirms that they are in that. Because why only the villains are in there, right? And the Sandman is in there too. Well, here's the thing. Here's something that you got to factor in. Well, we do know that so far the villains that are in there that are from the alternate from a different timeline so far is the fact that they all met their fate by facing a Spider-Man. Okay, so that means they're dead. Now, unless Tobey Maguire's and Andrew Garfield's Spider-Man, unless they died, then I don't see them being here. But guess what? If you just ended on that note, there's still plenty of reason to believe that they could be in there. All right, but here's something right here that I noticed. If you notice in the Tobey Maguire Spider-Man back in 2004, all right, he had Dr. Ock. I keep messing up the name. So many villains in here. Dr. Ock, his hair was reddish brown. All right. He died at the end of that movie. Okay. So you mean to tell me now in No Way Home his hair is black? Why is his hair black all of a sudden? Why? All right. Okay. Let's go on. All right. Jamie Foxx played Electro in Amazing Spider-Man 2. Okay. His hairstyle in that movie, it was some sort of if you took a mini fro and threw a bunch of hair gel and all that stuff and put your hands all in there and stuff like that, that's the kind of hairstyle you'll get that Jamie Foxx had in Amazing Spider-Man 2. All right. Now, on this one here, when they show him as Electro, he looks a lot cooler. But when you see him, he has a fade, a neatly cut fade. So here's what I'm thinking. All right. Yes, those are, that is Electro, played by Jamie Foxx, and that is Dr. Ock, who are part of a different timeline. But they're not part of Tobey Maguire's timeline, and they're not part of Andrew Garfield's timeline, and they're not part of Tom Holland's timeline. So they're part of somebody else's timeline, a different Spider-Man's timeline, okay? That's who they're part of, all right? So we have to recognize that. So here's the thing. They didn't say, oh, there's just 3 different timelines or 2 different timelines, and then you can say, all right, well, one of those timelines is Tobey Maguire, and one of those timelines is Andrew Garfield. No. There are so many timelines, so many variants. I mean, did you not watch Loki? All right, not just Loki. If you're familiar with the Flash series, guess what? There's different versions of Flash, of Barry Allen's and stuff like that. You know, so of course there's going to be different type of Spider-Man. So for all we know, the 2 people that's going to be Spider-Man in this movie. Well, I say 2 as if I know for sure. But if there are other Spider-Mans that's going to appear in this movie, guess what? They probably are going to be different actors playing them. So it's not going to be the Peter Parker that Andrew Garfield's Peter Parker. It's not going to be Tobey Maguire's Peter Parker. All right? Like, come on, people. Let's think outside the box here. Let's get out of that box and think outside the box. Now, guess what? I could be wrong. That is possible. But what if I'm right? I could be right, right? And if I'm wrong, put it in the comment section. I got no problem admitting I'm wrong. I really don't. But if I'm right, hey man, let's give props where props is due, right? But I think that's what's going on here. I really don't think that the other Garfield and Maguire, I don't think that Spider-Man is in there. You know, for all we know, the other Spider-Mans from different timelines, they all might look like Tom. Well, no, of course they don't look like Tom Holland, because when I'm going to say Aquaman, when Dr. Ock took his mask off and he saw Tom Holland's face, he's like, you're not Peter Parker. Okay? That doesn't mean he's saying that he's the Tobey Maguire Peter Parker. All right? But look at that, man. Why is the hair different? I mean, Jamie Foxx's Electro died. Dr. Ock died. So you mean to tell me they become reanimated in a different universe and their hair is different? I don't believe that. That don't even make sense. It makes no sense whatsoever. But seriously though, Tobey Maguire and Andrew Garfield, they're not in this movie. All right. Okay, so let's stop all that, people. All right. So it ends right now. After you stop watching this video, you will no longer believe that Tobey Maguire and Andrew Garfield is in SpiderMan No Way Home. Who am I kidding? You gonna believe what you believe. But we'll see. No matter what, I'm checking the movie out. Hopefully you check the movie out too, all right? Share your thoughts in the comment section below and let me know what you think about my theory on that, all right? I got no problem with people agreeing. I got no problem with people disagreeing, all right? It's all love. We just discussing, all right? We talking about superheroes. Superheroes, people. Comic heroes. I love this. Hit that like button and hit that subscribe button. Student of the Game Podcast. Peace out.